and I was within 2 blocks. I could see the street that I could take, but somehow I was disoriented and bypassed that street. And I went around and around until finally I succumbed to fatigue. I fell asleep at the wheel. I hit a tree. Like, imagine a tree straight up and down like that, and the car tried to get to the top. I woke up. I thought I was dreaming.
He was gone 6 hours, and this is from midnight till 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I was very concerned. I had called the police by this time because I didn't know where he was, and when he finally did call, the police came, but he called just as they arrived. Mm-hmm. And he really didn't even know where he was then.
What really got me is one time we went to the supermarket, Jewel, near here, and there was, in my mind, I saw a line, a yellow line, you know, over here. So I moved the other direction, but it wasn't. It was an illusion, like. I don't know if it really was an illusion, but it was not a true line.
He went into the other lane, and I screamed.
And I thought my wife was overwrought. You know, when she gets closeness, you know, woo, you almost hit that truck. Woo, you almost knocked down that lady. No, you imagine things, you imagine things.
Yes,
you're just overwrought. You didn't have enough sleep. You know?
Yeah, he used to tell me I had the heebie-jeebies, and I was terrified. Oh.
The other thing is, when I went to the hospital to visit, I parked the car, and I was coming home, and I was driving too fast. I didn't know that. I was driving, and I came up the ramp to cross the bridge to come on this side, and I hit a car, a truck, a small truck, with a little metal knob on the top, and it hit the car. I told my wife a lie. Gee, someone in the garage must have, not me, someone must have hit the...
I never heard this.
Yeah, well, good. Now I come clean. But I said, something is wrong. There's no reason for me. I don't exceed the speed. I am a good driver when I'm right. This was broad daylight. There was no reason at all for me to go fast that I couldn't control the car, to stop in time. So I said, something's wrong.
Another time, he looked as he was moving the car as though he was going to go off of the expressway for no reason. You know, like really wasn't a ramp there. And he had a lot of trouble staying in the lines.
I would convince myself that I have to be more careful. That's how I would smooth it out.
Yeah, I would think so as well, and I think that was the reason for the other accident. Because he started getting quite careful on the expressways and driving slowly, you know, to the point...
Too slowly.
Yeah, to the point where I didn't think that was very good either.
But I made so many mistakes. I had to come to a realization that I don't have it anymore. Something's wrong.
We were just lucky because he had the accident. I did call and I left a very detailed message with the doctor. Voyer doesn't know that I did that.
I hate you!
No, you don't. You're crazy about me.
You deceived me.
No, anyway, so the doctor then did, you know, accede to my concerns and really talked to him for a very long time and began to realize after a while, see, Voyer is very verbal, and unless you have an opportunity to listen to him for a very long time, you don't realize that there's something wrong. He doesn't repeat himself right away.
So that's when I took the initiative. My wife and I went to the doctor, and they give me examinations and little simple tests like connecting a line, reconnecting a separate line, and then I couldn't do it properly. Something's wrong, you know? So I had to face reality. You have a choice. You can ignore the advice of the doctor and continue to drive, continue to have near miss until you get that one.
I'm really glad he doesn't drive for everyone's sake.
I reconcile myself to the fact that it's not safe for me to drive, and I follow the doctors. It would be criminal for me to drive now.
Were you guys ever in that position where you were saying, you know, I don't think you should drive anymore, and you were
Yes.
kind of resenting that she was saying that?
Yeah, we did have those discussions or those arguments, because that's what really they would turn out to be.
No fights, just, opinion. I say, I don't agree with you, you overwrought, that type, as far as that. But I'm not out to hate you, nothing like that. But I felt that she takes a small thing and escalate it to a larger. That's my feelings, But she was looking out for me, really.
Yeah, we did have some words. Well, obviously they didn't tear us apart because we're still here,
It wasn't
right?
hard. I wouldn't call
No,
it.
once, a couple times he said, well, do you want to do the driving? And I was really wanting to say yes, but I don't think he would have taken that as a real yes.
Well, it wasn't anything, high key. It was just your opinion and my opinion.
We're
I
different.
felt I had the ability, because of my years in various vehicles, that I could master driving.
If it had not been for the intervention of the doctor, do you think that this would have gone on longer between the two of you? This
Yes.
kind of
Absolutely.
disagreement?
I believe so, yes. I have to admit that.
Because
I would have been annoyed.
I really do think in a married couple, there are so many issues so often, and they are not willing to accept their spouse's determination of something like that. And you really need an outside person who has no interests in either of the others. So I don't want to tell him that he can't drive and that I think there's something wrong with him, because he'll get angry. And that, of course, is the crux of the matter. I wanted someone else to make that decision. He wouldn't then not blame me, but think of me as being the bad guy. Someone else has to be the bad guy.
We get to where we want to go. She does the driving. I can nag her for a change. And say, well, "Ooh, watch out for that curve, watch out for that truck, Oh, you're too close, damn it." We take public transportation wherever we need it. And I have my proud pass, I show it off, and thank the driver and go on, and we get where we want to go.
Another thing is I'm retired now, and he was pretty much retired when all of this was happening. So we are able to go places. I'm able to drive. Sometimes it's a little frustrating for him because he'll want to do something, go somewhere immediately, and I don't see any reason to do that. And then he'll say, oh, if I were driving, then I would be able to do that. And I'd say, well, we'll go tomorrow. But we're going to survive that one.
Yeah. I appreciate her. She helped me a lot, and thank goodness I have some sense.